There's a key change that's going to affect the domiciliary care market over the next 12 months, and that's the introduction of the Liberty Protection Safeguards that have just passed in Parliament on the 24th of April, in fact. Now, this is the replacement framework for the Deprivation of Liberty Safeguards which have applied to care homes and hospitals. But as you may well be aware, they're extending the jurisdiction of this framework to include domiciliary care, supported living and shared life schemes. So that's going to have a dramatic change. Now, at the moment, as you well know, there's reference to community DOLs. So if there is a situation where somebody is in receipt of domiciliary care and they're subject to continuous supervision and control, and they can't leave from where they live, then obviously that's a deprivation. But at the moment, local authorities have to make those applications to the Court of Protection, and very often they don't make those applications even though they're obliged to do so. And the government has estimated that there are 53,000 people in community settings that require authorisations for deprivations that don't happen. They just simply don't happen because the local authority doesn't have the resources to do it. Now, the situation changes, possibly even from as early as spring 2020, where local authorities, in most cases they'll be the responsible body in terms of domiciliary care, will have that statutory obligation to ensure that they authorise any deprivations in those settings. So there'll be a statutory provision requiring them to carry out what are called pre-authorisation reviews. So what they'll have to do is carry out 3 assessments. 1, is the individual mentally disordered? 2, do they lack capacity? And if it's yes to those 2, the 3rd one, if it is envisaged there will be a deprivation, is it necessary and proportionate, looking at their sort of interests? So those decisions would have to be made, and there'd have to be consultation as well with the cared for person, but also their family and any other significant individuals in their lives. So this is a major shift, and it's a major shift putting the responsibility onto the local authorities. So it will be important for domiciliary care providers to ensure that through this process it is the local authorities themselves that actually are persuaded of the importance to actually maintain or follow their own statutory sort of obligations once this new legislation comes into force. As I say, it could be in 12 months' time. Not very long at all, really.